What a wet day. Okay, what are the warning triangles for on this car? Dash cam scheme? The fuck? Maybe I should have stickers like that all over my bike. Dash cam scheme. Stupid people. Anyway, it's wet, it's raining, it's 14 degrees, and oh look, just noticed that I can see the light flashing there. What are you doing? Yeah, what am I doing? Oh, me, I'm off to pick something up. I've got a few things to pick up, and you'll see what they are shortly. So, anyway, let's go. Right. Job number 1 complete. On to job number 2, and I am frickin' starving. And I can't have anything to eat until I get to job number 3. Here we go. Job number 2 done. Now on to job number 3. Forgotten which way I came in here now. And some food. And we are here at the Lakeside Kitchen and Bar. And we're actually here for a reason. Anyway, before we go any further, don't forget, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit your subscription. And don't forget to turn on your notifications. And I am going inside to get a coffee and one of their fabulous bacon butties, because they are really nice. And you'll see why I'm here in a second. That's if you haven't already worked it out from the title. But there we go. See you in a second. So what are we doing here? That is a very good question, he says. Well, we're here to have a look at this. Yes, this is a smartwatch. If you've seen Motor Tingle's video and Twitter posts, he got one of these lovely little smartwatches. And I was inspired by his video, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a look and get one myself from my local garage. Now, his was the Imtech smartwatch, so I got this, thinking, okay, it's the same, but I got a pleasant surprise, and that pleasant surprise is the fact it's Copilot. It is actually made for Copilot. Now, if you're a geek or anything like me, you know Copilot makes satellite navigation software. And it is very good, I've got to admit, it is very, very good. So, it comes in this lovely little presentation case, as you can see. What you will notice is, it's not in the box, because I've had it out. I had to go and pick it up. I've been wearing it for work. I don't really do watches very well, but I've got to admit, this one's pretty good. So I've been wearing it for work, and consequently, like an idiot, I left it at work. So I had to rush over this morning, which was my first job, to get it. And then I had to go to the post office to pick up a parcel, which is really exciting because I know what that is. And although it feels nice out here, it's actually colder than what I thought. So I'm just going to put my coat back on. He says, ugh, I'm waiting for my bacon. Well, bacon bap, bacon bloomer. It's going to be massive, it really is. And of course I've got a good old cup of coffee with me here. Look, there you go, look at coffee, nice coffee. Please keep the noise down. Right. So what can I tell you about this watch? Well, it's a watch. It's quite good actually. It came with a protective screen, which you peeled off, but then inside the box itself was a protective screen layer, which I've put on. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm really crap at putting these on, and always end up, no matter how much I clean, I always end up with little fucking blobs and shit underneath it, with dust and stuff, and God knows what else. Anyway, so this is the Copilot smartwatch. I don't know if it's got any specific code. Oh yes, it's the CPSWI smartwatch. Now, here's the beautiful thing. If you press this little button down here, this turns it on and off. So if I go like this, power off, yes. It vibrates nicely, makes a lovely ding-a-ling, ding, ding-a-ling, 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 ding. Okay, so switch it back on. There we go. On she comes. Now, I will link to Motor Tingle's video down in the description, and somewhere up here will be the little thing to say go video it or go view it or whatever. Now, if I press this twice, he says, oh, you get a nice little clock face. I don't know if you can see that. So take the glare off. Now, if you press the centre of the clock face, it actually changes the clock, which is pretty cool. But I like that one. Okay, thank you very much. Oh, look at that. Right, getting back to this. So, we have the nice clock face as we've got it there. Now, the beautiful thing about this is it has a very nice slidey screen. And it slides and it does things. So, let's go to our first menu. So, on our first menu we have phone, phone book, call centre, messaging, remote notifier, so it does actually Bluetooth notify my watch, so anything that comes through my watch gets notified to this. It's got file manager, image viewer, and remote capture. It's also got, looks like a camera just there, and yes, it's literally just slide and press that button, returns you back, and you got your menu, or you've got a setting button there which does a lot of settings, but it's very basic. It really is very, very basic. Although I've just noticed something else. I wonder if you guys have noticed it as well. But anyway, so yeah, so it's very, very responsive. It really is. The pedometer, which I've used, and that also hooks up to the phone as well. So it actually puts the information on the phone. It reminds me if I've been sat still too long. It's got a sleep monitor. It also has profile, so I can have it as general, silent, meeting, or outdoor. Stick it on outdoor. Outdoor mode activated. There we go. Let's go back. 1 hour so we got. So that's the Bluetooth. So my Bluetooth on my phone is currently switched off at the moment. So let me get my phone and switch that on. So I have to have it switched off so I can record without getting a lot of interference. There we go. Switch that on. There we go. And then all we do is Bluetooth on, yes, switching on, switch it on my phone, it's connecting, so there you go, it is connected to my phone. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's just there, and it's sending me a crap load of messages because it's vibrating like Billio. So these are all the remote viewer, where is it? Remote notifications. So it shows me all the notifications. This has come from my phone. These notifications have. See, there you go. I've even had, it notifies me of a Twitter message from Theo. So there you go, Theo. And it also tells me that there's roadworks on the A14. The other thing about this is it does have an alarm clock, which is quite good. Not actually used the remote camera. Launch camera failed. Wonder if I have to have my camera on my phone for it to work. Let's have a look. Camera on. Oh, we've disconnected. What a silly boy. See, can you tell how good I am at these, can't you? You really can. Camera on. Let's try and see if this works again. Where are you? Camera. Remote capture. Loading. It's doing something. Oh, oh. Look at that. There you go, look at that. I don't know if you can see that, but that's... There you go. It's actually using... I'll tell you what, let's take a photograph and see what it looks like. Capturing. Right, I'm going to stick that up on Twitter and Instagram so you can have a look and see what you think. So there you go. So it does actually work, which is quite good. Now, one thing I just noticed as well is it did say camera on there as well. And it has got a camera on here. Although, I'm not quite sure. Oh, there we are. We were actually looking at the sky then. Okay, there we go. So, I don't know if you can see that. There we go. So it's got a camera. So that camera does actually work. Ah, let's turn it right around. There you go, look at that. Let's take a photograph of that, see what that looks like. Ah, please insert memory card. So, it has a lot of functions, as you can see. It has the dialer, which I can use to dial, obviously, people with. I've not used that yet, I might try that later. It has an audio player, which I haven't used. And I don't think I've got any music on there for it to work. No, I don't think I have, because I use a streaming service, so that's not obviously set up. We can record on there. What else can we do? Oh yeah, that's the other thing, is anti-loss. So if I press this and I press that, it will locate my phone. Okay, and if you can see on my phone, although the volume's off, it says cancel the bell ring. So it's actually found my phone. And apparently my phone can also find this, which is quite good. Now, this is where it gets rather interesting. So if we power it off, it kept, as you notice, it kept saying insert a memory card. It kept saying insert memory card. Now, on one of the other things, I kept pressing it, it kept telling me to insert a SIM card, and I thought, no way, there is absolutely no way that this watch, being 20 quid, and it was 20 quid, and it was from a garage, could in fact hold a SIM card. No way, not a chance, until I noticed this, and as you can see, I've already kind of messed it up. So if I put this little screwdriver in here, oh, I need to swap the end. These swans are getting a bit aggressive. And unfortunately, oh god, that's it. We take the back off. We discover there is actually a removable battery. It does have an actual removable battery. Now if I press in here and pull this out, remove the battery, yes, we do actually have a SIM card, and I now just realised I think that's where a memory card needs to go. Looking at that, and yes, there is a SIM card in this watch. It has its own SIM card. This watch is 20 quid. This is a cheap as chips, over the counter from a petrol station. Forecourt. It's not even bloody waterproof, for God's sake. It's not even waterproof, and yet it has a space for a SIM card and what looks like an SD card. So I'm going to have to try that later. I'm going to have to try the SD card later. So now let's see if you've been paying attention, you should have seen that it actually did say T-Mobile up there, and that's because that's the company I use. They use their carriers. So let's see. So that is actually this is actually using its own SIM card. So I'm just going to dial a number. I'm just going to move it out of the way while I do this. Okay, press the dial. It says local call. Okay, should be calling me. It says call forward on. It's calling my phone, and it is actually calling my phone. phone. There you are. I am calling myself from my watch. How cool is that? Now if I hang up and I go to my phone setting here on this one, and I go to this little one here and press that, hopefully I should be able to call my watch back. So very shortly we'll see if this phone... Oh, look at that! And I'm calling myself! How amazing is that? I'm very sorry, Motor Tingle. Yes, what can I say? Now, that's one thing that I've noticed as well, is that if you do take the battery out, it does reset, but if you Bluetooth it back to your phone, it will actually, the time and everything will, and the date will actually reconnect back to the phone, or to the watch rather. But for a 20 quid watch, I've got to say, this is absolutely impressive. Where's the Bluetooth? Bluetooth, where are you, Bluetooth? Bluetooth, on. On, hopefully it will connect to the phone, and then it should ask me if I want to sync everything. He says, hoping it will do. There we go, connected, job done. Sync, yes, synced, there we go, and now it's got all my notifications are coming through as well, and there you are, look at that, time and date is perfect. So there you go. This little gem of a watch, and I mean gem of a watch, is amazing. I've got to admit, I am very speechless. I am very speechless in the respect of how good this watch actually is. And now I've just seen what I've seen, I'm going to try and put an SD card in there later on and see if it will work. One thing that I have noticed that I've tried to get working is, because it's got Facebook, it's got a browser, it's also got Twitter and WhatsApp, but I have to install, but for some reason it's not letting me install. So I'm going to see if I can do that from an SD card, install something from an SD card, because no matter how much I try, it just, that's the only thing about this watch, it just doesn't let me install that. But anyway, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you like the watch, let me know, put down in the comments what you think about this watch, and do you think for 20 quid, you know, it's amazing. I've got to say, it's amazing. And I'll catch you the next time with another review, because I've got something else. I've got to fix the bike again, which you'll see. There's a dog in the water. And yes, I will leave you to it. I'm going to eat my food, drink my coffee, play with the swans for a little while, and then go home. So arrivederci from me, arrivederci from the swans, from the geese, and from the dogs swimming in the lake. And I will catch you another time. Cheerio!